Hello comic book people! With the Netflix series Jessica Jones, we were introduced to Luke Cage. He's going to be getting his own Luke Cage series later on from Netflix. With that being in play, the Marvel's powers that be said, hey, you know what, we need a new ongoing series centered around this character. So we have Power Man and Iron Fist issue number 1. This is not the first series to be centered around Luke Cage and his bromantic partner Iron Fist, not by a long shot. They've been doing their Heroes for Hire thing for a long time. But right off the bat, this series is establishing that the two of these guys have a long history with each other, but Luke doesn't really want to go back into the hero business. Luke is married to Jessica Jones, and they have a child. In fact, he's been very dadified. If that's a word, I'm not really sure if it is. We'll just go ahead and go with it. He's still a badass in every way you can think of, but he still wants to respect his wife and his child. Iron Fist, on the other hand, also known as Danny Rand, is the exact opposite. He wants Luke Cage to come back so that they can do the hero business again. This first issue opens up with their former office manager, Jenny Royce, getting out of prison. It's interesting that this storyline is taking up sometime after a former storyline in their old comic book. Jenny was put in prison for murdering her ex-boyfriend while she was being possessed, and she's responsible for sending them on their first adventure in this issue. And there's probably going to be a lot more to her that's going to be unveiled in the future story. The reader is thrown off. We think that one guy is going to be the bad guy in this arc, but it turns out it's going to be someone else completely different. In fact, I was not expecting this at the end of this story. So I do have to say, this is a good story. It's a great jumping on point for a lot of people out there that don't know all of the history of Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Most of everything that you need to know is explained in this issue, which is great. It's also a very fun read, too. We get to see the interaction between Iron Fist and Jessica Jones, how she's not a big fan of his, but at the same time, he's really wanting Luke Cage to come back to him. Not sexually, but you know, romantically. The only con I didn't like about this story was the art. I don't want to put Sanford Greene down, but I'm just not a fan of his style. It doesn't really take away from the story in any way, and I'm going to continue on reading the series as it unfolds. I just don't really like how he draws his characters. But like I said, this is a good story. It's a great read, especially for new people coming in. If you want to get it, it is a Marvel Comics title, so it's available just about any comic book store anywhere, or you can just order it online. But that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching me in this comic book review. Be sure to check out my social media site, my Patreon site, and my website. I will join you guys with another comic book review very soon. Peace.